gentlemen, to another rendition of RCBSN on YouTube as we bring you the second game today of the third annual City Construction Company Hoops Classic as the visiting East Hardy High School Panthers take on your own
it's the
Cougars. Sorry. They battle your homestanding RCB Flying Eagles. East Hardy comes in with a record of 1-7. And unfortunately, they've not hit the 40-point barrier yet. And in their win, they won 38-30. So that's going to be a little concern for them. Well, Robert C. Byrd comes in at 3-1 with their only loss coming to Philip Barber, where they scored 50 points. So, Chris Min, Mr. Stephen Kennedy, we welcome you and thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. During this time, as we get ready for the new year, let's see. Fast start. Here goes Martina. Can't quite make that one though. There she is on the steal, gets it to Carly.
Looks like East Hardy comes out in a 2-3 zone. There'll be plenty of outside shots available.
Martina misses that one, but nice job by Carly to get the rebound. Holly, nice hustle by Holly there to get that. Gets out to Martina. Al again sets up the offense.
And East Hardy doesn't seem to really challenge a lot below the free throw line extended. They don't want to give up many dribble drives, it looks like. So we'll see how this plays out as the game goes on.
Well, the 2-3 zone, as John Chaney once said, it's a defense so great the NBA had to outlaw it. But that was great movement there by the Eagles, and that will give you the first two of the game. Great job. Nice passing gets it to Carly.
Yeah, great pass by Holly Hunsaker on a simple high-low. A little ball movement and some flashing and just catching and looking. Bird comes out, looks like in their own 2-3. Now they're adjusting a little bit.
Kyla, nice job by Kyla there getting the steal and getting fouled on the play by number 14, which is Xavier Barber. As nice ball movement once again gets it to Candy Currents. And that will give RCB a 4-0 lead here early.
And both assists so far are by Holly Hunsaker. Way to keep her head up and good movement.
Yep, and good job there on defense there and forcing the ball out of bounds. And another turnover gives the ball back to the...
And you can see that East Hardy has a little bit of problem with some pressure, especially as they get closer to the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they make any adjustments. They're trying to keep the ball more in the middle of the floor as they bring it down.
Yep.
Good offensive rebound. So far, that's 2 or 3 offensive rebounds for Bird today.
Yep. Jump ball there. Good job by East Hardy to stay with it. Like I said, I think the main thing for East Hardy is they're just going to try to make RCB have to make outside shots and hope that they can get the rebounds off of that.
Well, and a good part for East Hardy looking for the future is they don't have any seniors on this team, so everybody comes back. So all these games are a good experience. You just don't want to get too down as the season moves forward.
Yeah. As Carly there battles, look at sportsmanship by her after picking up, was it number 2, Brooklyn Miller. I guess there's a Chloe and a Brooklyn, so I wonder if they are, and they probably are sisters. If I had to hazard a guess. Gets it over to Carly Karatz, gets it back up to Kyla.
Good down screen as Martina went through and popped back out.
Yep. And that's what Martina does best, those pop out in the 3. And great job by Carly there also on the screen to really open her up there.
And good set. You're trying to get Martina going here, and I'm glad that Martina did not hesitate. She missed her first 2 threes, but came back and knocked that down.
Yep.
And again, Hardy's going to have a little bit of problem with this pressure. Nice dribble drive, good try with reverse layup.
Yep.
But Chandy coming up with the offense, or excuse me, with the defensive rebound.
Yep. Brooklyn Tennell, who took that shot, I believe was East Hardy's leading scorer last year. So they got her back, and so she's going to be one that probably they're going to try to get her some openings. But obviously, Coach Shields knows that, and they're going to probably make sure to take her away if you're RCB.
And East Hardy's had a couple good dribble drives along the left side. We'll see if they can Good post So we got a little over 4 minutes to go, 7-0.
Yeah.
Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles.
Good rebound there by Chandy there and off the missed shot.
Chandy and Holly do real well together, doing all the little things that matter.
Absolutely.
And I like Kayla's athleticism. She's starting to come into her own as a point guard.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen as the year goes on.
And there's
another three for
Martina. How you get right there? East Hardy just didn't close out hard enough on her and gave her that opportunity. So.
And again, as this game goes on, Byrd during the season is going to have to. You're getting a little over 20 by Martina per game.
Mm-hmm.
Carly's giving you about 10.
Mm-hmm.
So in that game that Martina struggles, either Carly's going to have to put a few more points on the board, or everybody's going to have to do it as a group effort.
Yes.
But I do like this half-court pressure.
Yep.
They just got to slide their feet pretty well. No, that's two kind of body reach-in fouls on each of the sidelines. That's going to add up over time if Byrd doesn't get better at sliding their feet.
Yeah. Looks like they're playing. It looks like a 1-3-1 from my vantage point.
It is. And I do like their 1-3-1 with Carly in the middle.
Yep.
And they have good, strong rebounders on the backside.
And Kyla at the top is very active with her hands. So and there's a turnover right there. Let's say. And nice try by East Hardy, but she was on the sideline when she touched the ball, so it'll stay with the Eagles, who have a 10-0 lead here. Martina with another three, misses that one. And Holly and Carly aren't able to corral that, and that will go back to East Hardy. So 3:17 to go. RCB leads 10-0 here. And there's another tie up there. This one's going to go to East Hardy, but good effort by Martina. And also Kyla there on the trap.
I like how East Hardy brings somebody from half court to the ball. The problem is you can't catch it too low between the baseline and the sideline, then somebody's got to show very quickly and get it out of their hands.
Yeah.
A good attempt on a dribble drive. I like the aggression, just got to work on the balance and the finish.
Yeah. Well, there was actually someone underneath the basket, but with all the defenders around, sometimes it's hard to see that for a player. Good job by Kyla to save that possession there.
About 2:40 left in the first. Byrd is getting plenty of outside shots. They had one really good high-low on the first the first scoring set. Yeah. There's a good flash right there by Holly as the two guards really don't drop real well.
Yeah. Nice pass, and Martina just couldn't finish that one, but that was a nice play though by RCB. Just got keep running those types of sets though, and good things are going to happen.
Yes, they will. East Hardy kind of runs from the ball as their point guard dribbles up. Some of the offensive players turn their back to it and don't come back to help, and they get stuck a few times.
Here's another tie up that will give the ball RCB, and looks like RCB is getting their first substitution here with looks like Jada Sutherland.
Yep, she comes in for Chandy.
Chandy. That was in the last game. That was pretty typical when she would come in. She'd come in for Chandy. Chandy giving some good minutes there.
Oh, yeah, she had a very good 6-minute stretch right there. Did a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Gives it to Holly. Holly up the side, the baseline there.
Those last two shots that Byrd was able to get off were good 5-foot shots. They just need to make them.
Yep. Well, and Holly's got a really nice baseline jumper. Just that one just was a little bit too hard on that one, but. And Chandy coming back in, and they're going to give Carly here a break. As Martina will take this ball out.
Martina's going to come back to ball side with the down screen. Get your feet set.
Yep. There it is.
That's already 3 threes for her. It's 9 total points.
Yeah. Like I said, that play is now twice where basically to perfection. Last time it was Carly giving the screen, and this time it was Kyla, but both doing a good job getting Martina that look.
I like a couple of Birds offensive sets where they start to swing it, then they bring it back. It's a strong side with a down screen.
Yeah.
So Martina 12, East Hardy 0.
Yeah.
With Shandy and Carly giving the other 4 points.
Well, like I said, they went to that 2-3 zone, and if you're RCB, you gotta think your best 3-point shooter. That's their whole thing is, hey, we want you to make threes. So if you're RCB, well, we're gonna have our best player take threes, and that's, there's Jada with a nice looking shot. Way to follow it up by Jada there and get the 2.
And Jada needs to be rewarded because as soon as we got the defensive rebound, she sprinted to the rim, then outlet it on the ball and strong side.
Yeah.
And even though she missed the 3, she followed her own shot. She deserved to have get those 2 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Good hustle play all the way around.
Play. And there's Brooklyn Tennell getting a 3-pointer right at the buzzer to prevent a shutout the first quarter, and that will end the first quarter with the score Robert Seabird 18, East Hardy 3. We'll take a break. You're watching the Robert Seabird Streaming Network. And we're back with the score in the second quarter as Robert Seabird leads 18-3. So, Chris, what would you say were some of the things that RCB could look at in the second quarter here if they want to improve on their lead? And for the Cougars, what could they do maybe here if they want to try to get back in this thing?
If you look at East Hardy, anytime that Bird makes a shot and they put the pressure on, East Hardy, they do real well getting the ball in bounds, but then the second pass is a little bit problematic, and as they cross half court, they're dribbling too much. They're not looking for somebody to flash to the middle. Mm-hmm. From a Bird standpoint, just work on making your easy shots. Other than that, they're doing a good job of boxing out, come right away. They make another 3. Good for them.
Yep.
And they're going to make some shots.
Yep. As number 3, that's Chloe Miller, makes that one.
And all Bird wants to do is get a shot every possession and do not turn the ball over. Work on passing and catching. Yeah. I think they feel pretty confident what the outcome is going to be, but now it's about getting better.
Yep.
And there can't be any mental lapses or lackadaisical play.
Yeah. You can hear Coach Shields saying, shoot the jumper there.
And some of that is just as the ball comes to you, your feet have to be ready, and you have to be mentally ready as well.
Yeah. Nice shot by Kyla there to come meet the ball.
That was a nice post pass, yes. Good turning shot. That's fine. It's a good shot.
It's a good shot.
Now, East Hardy sometimes has to shoot early per possession because anytime that they have more than one pass and maybe sometimes more than 4 dribbles, good things are not happening for them. But at the same time, they made a 3 with a few seconds ago at the end of the first quarter, make a 3 on their first possession and then cut the lead down. It was 18-0. Now it's 18-6.
Yep, got a little momentum on their side. So like I said, they're finding some things here. So here comes.
And Kendall Sturm checks into the game.
Yep.
Good rotation here by Coach Shields to get the players some minutes here as the second quarter begins. Martina's sitting.
Yep, try to get her some minutes here. So, try to get her a little break. Shandy's going to shoot a long 2. And that's a little long. And there's, I believe, Chloe Miller with the rebound. And there's Brooklyn Tennell.
Nice Euro step.
Yep. And
in those types of shots, maybe when she's a senior or toward the end of the year, those go in. But it's a nice move. It's a good heads up, a good kick ahead.
Yeah.
Way to attack the rim.
Yep. Here comes Martina. as looks like she's going to go in for Jada Sutherland. So
that's the Sutherland's athleticism for both of them can give teams problems, especially as those teams approach half court and cross.
Yeah.
With the way they slide their feet.
Yeah.
The high post is unbelievably open with the way that East Hardy's guards are coming high right now.
Well, I think, after the first quarter, you got to think they're going to start coming out more on Martina because, so that means that area, though, if the guards come up, if the back line stays down, then that top the key will be wide open for whoever can flash into there.
And Carly and Chandy and Holly should have a field day here as soon as East Hardy not only gets tired physically, but they're going to get tired mentally.
Well, one of the things about East Hardy is they only have 7 players on their entire roster, so, And there's a nice job sealing inside for Carly Karatz, and she gets 2 more there.
That's 4 for her, and she's getting good shots, and some of them are contested, which is actually a great thing in a game like this.
Yeah. Well, this game is to try to improve yourself, get better, work on some things because, you're not even in the same classification. So it's not like you're going to see each other in the postseason or anything like that at any point. So this game's just about becoming a better team. Nice job by Sturm going down the court. What a play by Sturm, taking it all the way. Going to do it all on her own.
That was just an individual play that somebody decided, I'm going to be better than you. I'm going to make the shot.
Yep. Kendall Sturm, a freshman, too, showing some and is Jada a freshman, too? I'm trying to remember. Jada Sutherland.
Sophomore.
So young. I knew she was younger, though. So, I mean, some key pieces to this team there still, got some underclassmen making some nice plays there.
You got 3 seniors. You got Martina, Kyla Sutherland, and 4, Carly and Holly. So you've got 4 really good seniors you're going to have to replace next year, but I'm sure they'll worry about that when that time comes. For right now, you want to enjoy this senior year.
I would say, yeah. As here comes Martina. Stop and pop and just cool as the other side of the cucumber, as they would say.
Yep, good balance all the way. Nobody from East Hardy stopped the ball, and when you get down to 8 feet, you knock it down.
Yeah. They swing it around.
Yep, East Hardy runs a little bit of the same motion as Bird as they hit to the corner and they kind of bring it back to that same ball side corner. East Hardy just doesn't look for it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things you also notice between East Hardy and RCB is the difference in height, really. When it comes to especially even like the guards, you could just tell RCB's just, and that makes it harder to see over the top on some of these pressures and things like that.
Yep. Martinez coming all the way on the ball side here. It's on the swing. Unforced turnover. 24-6. Little under 4 minutes to go the second quarter.
Yeah. As here comes Kyla Sutherland back in for Chandy. Looks like RCB is going to be in their own 2-3 zone.
But they've already went 8 deep today. So this is a wonderful experience, and you've still got half of a second quarter to go.
Yep.
And by going out of that 1-3-1, East Hardy has not had as many turnovers on their half-court set. That's 2 dribble drives by number 4 along the baseline. She tried to reverse the first time and missed. Now she got fouled.
Yeah, Brooklyn Tennell there with a nice play for, and she draws the foul this time. And we'll get 2 free throws here. And first one's up. Off the side of the rim, no good.
I'd be remiss not to say thank you to the Henderson family and City Construction for putting this on for the 3rd year in a row.
Yep.
Great timing in between Christmas and New Year's.
Yep.
So if you've got some time tomorrow, come on out. What time the game's 1:30 and 3:30 tomorrow, 1:30 and 4?
Well, the championship's at 1:30. I think the consolation's at 11:45. I think.
Okay.
Around.
Championship at 1:30.
Yep.
Good feed from Martina down to Carly.
Yep.
That's 6 for Carly.
Yep.
26-7. 3 minutes to go.
And just having watched Carly these last few years, one of the things she's been so good at is she's got strong hands and she knows how to finish around the basket. And you're seeing that today. And, you know, Kyla there.
Little step over.
Yep. There's a couple of substitution here. As Aubrey Cowgill will come in, and Carly Karach will check out as Jada Sutherland will get more time as she's played well. And I think she's earned some more time.
Yes, she has.
Yeah. Yes. Ooh, there's a nice job on the steal there. Oh, but good job by Kylie. At least pressure her enough, but, you know, was it Xavier Barber, everything but the finish, but that was a good job by her to jump the passing lane. As you mentioned, though, that's one of the things RCB's got to work on because you talk about, you know, trying to knock down turnovers because, you know, this time you were able to get away with it, but against especially a lot of teams in your sectional and your region, that's going to be 2 points the other way, and you got to be, you know. But that's what these games are for, is to learn that, and, you know.
You've got 2 good teams. You got Lincoln and Philip Barber. Both teams you're going to have to figure out.
Well, Lincoln's the best team in the section where it's going to be, and then in the regional, you're either going to have to probably take on Philip Barber or East Fairmont to go to states, and those teams are probably top 5 in the state. So if you're going to get to the states, you're probably going to be a top 5 team in the regional. So that's what these games are for, is to get you ready for that.
And what you'll see right away, every time there's a pass from top of the key to the wing, the guards for East Hardy do not drop. If somebody flashes hard, it is wide open right away.
Yeah.
(26-7), 1:45 left in the second quarter. Birds scored 18 in the first quarter, only 8 so far.
Yeah.
East Hardy scored 3 at the very end of the first and already has 4 this quarter, which is good for them.
Yep. Well, the first quarter, it was mostly Martina, you know. But this quarter so far, give East Hardy credit, she really hasn't had the open looks that she had in that first quarter. And so.
And without Bird making some shots to get into their pressure.
Yeah.
They've been able to do. That's, again, a good dribble drive by number 4 on the left side.
Yep.
As she gets stronger throughout her career.
Yeah.
I think she's a junior, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that is correct.
Yep.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I'll be interested to see how her career develops.
Yeah.
That's a good-looking 3.
Yeah. Just off, but it was a good shot. Another chance for East Hardy, and just off the back of the rim. But, hey, you can tell you this, these East Hardy girls, they're playing incredibly hard.
Yeah, they haven't given up on each other yet. I mean,
yeah.
They're playing better the second quarter than what they did the first.
Absolutely.
There's a good short corner pass to Carly on the dive.
Absolutely. Great job, great unselfish play there.
Good left hand by Carly.
Yeah.
28-7, 40 seconds to go. Let's see if Bird can win the last 45 seconds here.
All right. Let's see what he decides to do with about 40 seconds to go. Does he slow it up and maybe hold for one, or does he just keep going? And we'll see.
Good seal by Carly getting the post.
Yeah.
Good kick out to Chandy.
Nice shot by Chandy there.
That's her 4th point of the night.
That's something that's going to be key for RCB. Outside of Martina, we need some people to make some jump shots like that, and that's a really good sign for Chandy making that shot.
Yeah,
doesn't have to be 3.
Right. And as per our discussion earlier, somebody else has to score in tight games.
Yeah.
And what you also notice, that Coach Shields, from a class standpoint, has not pressured toward the second half of the second quarter.
Just off the front of the rim, but still good half for RCB, up 30-7 at halftime. Any thoughts on the first half before we take a break here?
No, all RCB's trying to do the second half is get better passing and catching, and then East Hardy's trying to make more outside jump shots.
Absolutely. Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back to you at the end of halftime. You're watching the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network.
All right, welcome back to the second half of Robert C. Byrd versus East Hardy of the 3rd annual City Construction Company Hoops Classic. The winner of this game will take on Wheeling Central, and the loser plays the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears. For Byrd, from a scoring standpoint, Martina Howe with 14, 4 threes and a 2. Carly Karats with 8. Chandy Kearns with 4. Jada Sutherland with 2. And Kendall Sturm with 2. Mm-hmm. We'll see if they can kind of keep that balance scoring going and see how the second half goes with numbers and experience.
Oh, yeah, especially, second quarter was obviously more balanced. I think the first quarter, Martina had 12 of her 14 in the first. But I think that's partly, because you want to work it, make sure you work it around and work it inside and try to make sure you can do that against teams in the regular season. Because as we talked about, these games are for getting ready for sectional, regional play.
Most definitely. And Byrd had more possessions in the first half due to the pressure and getting some steals and some dead ball turnovers, but also some live ones. So that kind of changed that. They had 18 in the first quarter, 12 in the second. And already East Hardy's doing a pretty good job of taking care of the ball 30 seconds in. And Byrd really hasn't extended much of his pressure outside the three-point line since mid-second quarter. But that's one thing you don't want to give up is offensive rebounds and have to play defense for another 30 seconds possibly.
Yeah, they're good job for East Hardy crashing opposite side, which is what they always tell you, because more times than not, that's where the offensive rebound is going to go off, on the opposite side of the rim. So they had 2 players there, and so RCB really nice block there by Carly Karats.
It's interesting. Number 3, as she passes and cuts through, kind of hangs on the baseline for a minute, then decides to empty out to either one of the 2 sides, and 4 follows her. Those 2 are going to continue to have to put the shots up. Whether they go in or not is not the concern now. Yeah. Well, you just want to get the opportunities.
They have the 2 baskets, I believe. Both of them made threes in the first half for East Hardy. I believe Tennell and Chloe Miller.
Yeah, you have 2 different types of goals here. East Hardy's goal is to get a shot up every possession.
Yep.
So obviously no turnovers. Byrd doesn't want to have turnovers either on the offensive end, but they will work on passing, catching, and quicker passing, especially inside of 15 feet, if they can create some easy buckets for themselves with either high-lows or from the short corner to somebody diving down the post.
Chandy there almost with the steal, but unable to hold on to it. Nice pull-up shot by Brooklyn Tennell, and East Hardy gets the first 2 of the.
Yeah, so that was a minute 40 possession for East Hardy and ends up with a bucket. It's good for them. Byrd comes right back down, gets a shot up, foul. So Holly will go for 2.
Holly Hunsaker there with the. We'll get a chance to shoot 2 here. First one is up.
And this might be the first foul shots for Byrd tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that is true. That haven't been a lot either way, because I believe they only had 2 for, and Holly will make the second.
Yep, and East Hardy went 1 for 2 on theirs.
Yep.
So both teams burning nets on free throws, 50% for both, 1 of 2 for each. That's a quicker shot for East Hardy than what they had last possession, but if they feel comfortable, go for it.
I would say, I think that a couple of their players, especially if they're open, they're got the green light to take the shot. And if you're down by 22, you got to make some quick shots if you're going to get back into this game. So,
Good steal by Carly. That was a good collapse by East Hardy. But if you notice, when the ball goes to the corner and Holly flashes, she's open for a half second. But even when the ball goes back to the wing, if she hangs for a half second, she's still open. Yeah. Sometimes she emptied out a little too quick right there at top of the key.
Yeah.
And as soon as we say there's not been very many foul shots by Byrd, back-to-back possessions, you get fouled.
And gets the shooter's roll there for Carly. Gets the first. And second one good as well. So 2 for 2 there.
Game's kind of turned into both teams have kind of found the rhythm here of what they're trying to work on.
Yep. Which is why you say if you're both coaches, looks like, RCB still in the 2-3, but Holly kind of, the person on the opposite side, the down is like, look how far Martina's up.
I like to see the East Hardy post player. Nice backside. Screen for number 3 as she comes to ball side corner. That's probably the third point blank shot that East Hardy had opportunities to make, along with the layup earlier by number 14 on that steal.
Yeah.
33-9, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Still a fast-moving game, even though we just had a few foul shots.
Yep.
Here comes Martina back to ball side.
There is that down screen that has been deadly today for the
East Hardy's not doing a good job of recognizing it and bumping the screener or bumping the person getting screened.
Yeah.
As you know the screen's coming, you do not want to accept getting screened. You need to go either high or low and become skinny to not allow yourself to get screened.
Yeah.
That's a good in and out right there. Good high post, good kick out.
A little short, but that was that's a good looking shot.
And there's the pressure a little bit. Even on a missed shot, when Bird presses a little bit, that it makes it difficult for East Hardy.
Yeah.
Kendall and Jay to go back in. Kyla and Chandy come out. 36-9. A little over 4 minutes to go. You can hear Coach Shield doesn't like the matchup the way they're rotating. Oh boy.
Just a little late getting there, but.
And good strength by 3. She came to the ball.
Yep. I mean, it was just one of those things where she went for the ball and 3 was there first, so.
And neither team has got into the double bonus in any of the quarters.
Yep.
So nobody's in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Both teams have 5 timeouts left. Good dribble drive. That's we talked about that earlier. She'd been dribbling to her left. 30-second timeout by East Hardy.
Yep. So we'll stay here since it's a 30-second timeout. So what are you seeing East Hardy do that really seems to be helping them being effective for them?
Well, they've gotten used to the pressure a little bit more, and they're being a little bit more patient offensively, and they're willing to make more direct passes and not soft. Now, Bird has allowed them to do it at some level without much pressure.
Yeah.
But credit to East Hardy. And, again, number 4 enjoys that dribble with the left.
Yeah.
And Bird needs to recognize that.
Yeah. Closer to go right.
But to Bird's credit, their first 2 possessions, they got the ball inside and got fouled.
Yeah.
So if they can continue to do that. Because one of their strong suits when you have 4 seniors and they're going to be on the floor, they should be able to pass and catch and be strong with the ball, better than most.
Yeah.
So now your job is to make sure that you get those opportunities every time that they're available.
Yeah. Gives it to Kyla. Kyla there.
Kind of a difficult possession there. He's already come back with a 2-on-1. Now it's more of a 3-on-2. You got a trailer.
Nice job by good job by Holly there.
Now I'll give East Hardy credit. That would have been a turnover earlier in the game, but at least they got a shot off. Great job by Carly of keeping the ball at waist level. Good kick out. Good kick ahead.
And way to run up the floor there and way to look up and find her there.
Yeah, anytime you're big or your tallest player runs the floor, you need to reward them because it's not fun going baseline to baseline. Guards go foul shot or foul line to foul line or top of the key. Bigs go baseline to baseline.
Yeah. Here comes Martina the other way. He's trying to get it to Holly. Good effort by Chloe Miller. Nice.
Yeah, good defensive transition. Good for her.
Yep. Number 32, Amira Moore will check in. I believe this is her first minutes of this ball contest.
Yeah, I liked her in the Bridgeport game. She brought some energy, brought some strength.
Here comes Kendall Sturm with a nice long 2. Like I said, we talked about it earlier, finding some people who can make those shots outside of Martina is going to be key for this team,
Kendall's 2 for 3 from the floor tonight. She had a dribble drive earlier, then shot off the one pass possession, the possession after that. But you got 2 freshmen in the game to get them some good experience, along with Jada, who's the sophomore. So this is good right here.
Yep. Well, keeping Martina in gives them kind of a grounding. But, yeah, get these young players some time. And there's another one of those just thinking about what you're going to do with the ball before you actually catch the ball.
Yeah, and on East Hardy's side, that's only the first one this quarter. So you went 6 minutes in without it. That's fine.
That's good. They've done. Audrey Junkins is checking in for her first minutes of the game.
Good for Audrey to get a little experience. Again, another freshman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Oh, there's Brooklyn Tennell taking a steal from Kendall. Kendall comes down, but she's able to finish there, and that will give East Hardy 13 on the game. Here comes Jada.
You can kind of say the same thing now about Bird as what East Hardy before. You can't run away from your point guard.
Yeah.
You got to make yourself available and create some outlets. But that'll get better. This is good experience.
Yep. Well, yeah, because, I mean, especially, Kyla does a good job, but sometimes Kyla could be in foul trouble in the game, and then these are the players that are going to have to step in and take that role on. So they need to be ready for when that time comes.
Yeah, you have three freshmen, a sophomore and a senior. Martina needs to be the one that calms everything down and bails them out. Just like that, rotating over to getting a block.
Yep.
Now run, and there you go. Good kick. Good patience by Jada.
Yep. Does a good job keeping that foot down so that she didn't travel there.
And that's twice that Jada has had to kind of hesitate within 5 feet from the rim. Earlier when she got her offensive rebound, had to do the same thing. Kind of had to pause for a minute and catch herself, and she did a good job with that.
Absolutely. Ooh.
She was starting. She made her last couple laps. She was feeling it from 3.
Well, I mean, all but the finish there, basically. So that was good. That was a good look.
Rim's a little unkind to the guest team.
Yep. As RCB was still with a 29-point lead here with 44 seconds left in the third quarter.
Now let's see what type of shot Bird gets without their best perimeter player out there that usually get a shot for. And you don't want to have that type of turnover.
A little miscommunication there between Jada and Chandy, as Chandy was, going to start the motion, and Jada thought she was going to. So, but that's once again we talk about newer players get used to each other. Nice
good rebound, good strength.
Good strength. Way to box out there. I like the way she boxed out on him.
And to Bird's credit, even though they got a lot of players in this quarter, they still were able to score 12 points.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with that. And if you take away the first minute and 45 that East Hardy had the ball and they took their time, that's pretty good to score 12 in 6 minutes with a lot of subs.
Yep.
15 seconds to go here in the third. Good seal by Moore. Not there. Somebody's got to show. You got to get the shot off here in a minute. Yeah. Last 2 possessions for Bird were 2 turnovers, which is not what you want, but so be it. You're getting some good experience.
Yeah.
End of the third quarter. Bird 42, East Hardy 13. We'll be back.
And we're back as we come back for the fourth quarter as your Robert C. Byrd girls basketball team leads East Hardy 42-13. So with a 29-point lead. So if you're Coach Shields, Chris, what would you be talking to your team about? Or what would you be working on this quarter given the fact you have a 29-point lead right now? What would you be focusing on?
Quicker and more definite decisions every time you have the ball for every player that goes in. Because right now you got Martino with 17 and Carly with 12. That's what you want.
Yeah.
But again, and we've got there's really good balance all the way through.
Yeah.
But now it's a matter of every time you catch and pass, you're making a definite decision, and you're making it both mentally and physically, and not losing your focus every single time. Because right now East Hardy is way too behind. That's just a simple pass and catch. And And what you want to know that when that shot goes up, what you want to know from Bird on the backside, if you're going to be an offensive rebounder, is when you shoot from the wing, the ball only comes two places, one right back to you or directly opposite. And so when you know that shot's going up, you need to get in there and decide to fight for the ball.
As Chloe Miller will take these free throws, and the first one is good.
Good looking shot.
Yep. And another rim on kind there to the Cougars, and that will be a 1 for 2 there. Okay. Nice little two-person game there. Down low on the, and Carly will put that up and in. Nice job by Martina to work it around.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, there were no more than 2 dribbles per person that caught it.
Yeah.
And the dribbles that Martina took at the end were to create a better angle
Yep.
for Martina, or excuse me, for Carly. So hopefully they can continue to do that and create for others and get the shots that they want.
Here comes Kyla there. And
this has been great growth by Kyla to be able to go left and make that decision.
Yep.
The defender made her go left. She was willing to do it, and very nice pull-up jump shot. She's going to have to make that as the year goes on.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, that might be her first points of the game.
Yep. Though it might also be one of, if not her first shot, one of her first shots.
Yes.
So, but she's such a good distributor and works it around so well that that's not unusual. And there's Brooklyn Tennell with another.
Brooklyn's had a good game.
She has.
And she's gotten better as the game goes gone on, which is not always the case for high school players, especially when there's a little difference in score as it is tonight.
Yeah. Gets it up top to Kyla, does the down screen, and makes that one. But I would say this, that was probably the most contested one she's had all game. She still made it. It was still a good shot, but a little bit better. We're going to have a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here. But yeah, that was. But once again, I'll tell you that down screen. It seems like if she gets a 3-point shot off the down screen, she's made it every time. That one play is probably what 18 points probably.
Yeah, and when she makes, she doesn't hit much of the rim.
Yeah.
And to her credit, she gets her feet square. We've mentioned this in games in the past, and it's actually a good pass by the distributor. They always hit her right in the chest.
Yeah.
And Coach Shields does a wholesale substitution, so those girls are probably done.
Yeah.
Martina got her 20th point for tonight, right close to her average.
Yeah.
So with 49-17 and the last 6:10 left, now you're just about developing your younger
looks
girls.
Like Angelina Glover is getting her first minutes, number 30. She just checked in, so. Nice job.
She did a nice job of coming to the ball and grabbing it, not waiting for it.
Yep. 2 things. One, she went out, contested the shot, then came right back in and did a good job grabbing the rebound.
Yes.
So, good play there. That's how, I mean, those are the plays that get you more minutes when you.
And if you notice right there, as East Hardy got the defensive rebound, the Bird defense, or at that time it became defense once they missed, did not do a good job of reacting to it. The ball almost beat them down the floor as it was dribbling and they were running. Yeah. So hopefully this group can recognize that.
And that's number 3. So that's Chloe Miller with, I believe, her second 3 of the game.
Yeah, if you take the first quarter out where they only had 3, they've done a much better job as the game has gone on.
Yep. I believe her and Brooklyn Tennell basically have had all their points today, I believe.
Yes.
So, you know.
Sometimes the hard part about playing basketball when you're not used to pressure is be able to square up to it. So Bird's guards, and all their players for that matter, anytime they catch it outside the 3-point line and East Hardy puts some pressure on them, they got to be able to look at the rim and look forward without turning their back. And they just can't be afraid of the pressure. Got to be strong.
Yeah. Now, they did a much better job getting back on this time.
Yes, much better.
Yeah.
Here comes they're kind of running along the baseline. East Hardy likes to do.
Yeah.
Number 5 does a good job of kind of getting away down there along the post. Not much of a true screen, but kind of getting in the way.
Yeah.
And again, this is another one of those patient possessions by East Hardy. Let's see if they can come up with some good results.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, not. But that was a good drop by Sutherland.
Yeah, got there, and good job getting the turnover. And yeah, look, I mean, East Hardy, give them credit.
Oh, they're not done.
They're not done.
And Bird right now is doing a decent job of fighting with the pressure and a little bit of bumps and bangs. So the refs aren't going to call every single foul the rest of the way.
No.
So Bird did a good job right there of fighting through the pressure and fighting through the contact.
Yeah. As Chloe Gu is going to check in here for East Hardy.
That might be her first action of the game.
I think I saw her in there.
Oh, just in earlier? Okay.
Yeah. As here comes Jada Sutherland. She pulls up. A little short on that.
Yeah, don't ball watch on defensive transition.
Yeah.
You're down to 3:40 left in the fourth quarter.
And there's another 3 there for.
It'll be interesting to see how much of this confidence can carry over for East Hardy against Fairmont Senior tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because they really have started to shoot the ball well. And they've just, when they're open, they've shot it.
Nice pass over there by Kendall Sturm to, Amira Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job by Moore to go up there, and she'll have 2 free throws here and a chance to.
Yeah, good looking foul shot. Moore looks the part, moves the part.
Yeah.
Now you got to get reps and get some ball handling in and continue to work on your own set of skills.
Yeah. As Tandy will check in for Jada.
Mm-hmm. Jada's going to be really good as a complementary player throughout the year when somebody needs a break to continue the pressure.
And just off the back rim there, and
but when this game's over, East Hardy can take a lot of things from this game, of things they got better as the game went on. And that team next year, I didn't pay attention to see who is in intersection and region and all that. But not only are they going to be better by the end of this year, they're going to be really good next year.
Yeah.
They're feisty. They're skilled.
Now, there's a little bit of a freshman mistake. She was a little bit out of control, but to just try to keep going with it. There's where maybe you just got to kind of grab the ball, get control, and just kick it to somebody else and just kind of, because,
Loose balls in question are a lot easier just to pick up and wait for somebody to slap at you and try to dribble through 7. But
yeah, I would say, yeah. Like I said, that's why, that's one of the reasons we want her in the game is to learn that type of stuff, is that, And honestly, a lot of times you're out of control. Even if you bump into someone and technically it should be a foul, a lot of refs, they're not going to call it because they're like, well, you're out of control. I'm not going to reward you with a foul.
Right, and East Hardy has 3 fouls this quarter.
Yeah.
That might be the most fouls on either team in any quarter. That was a great pass by Kendall. Great job running by Moore. Again, you should be rewarded. If you run the floor, get the ball. Kendall was looking up the whole time. Good job.
As Bria Lathan looks like it's going to check in, and we're going to
good for Bria.
Have a
30-second
timeout. So let's go ahead and we'll just shoot an ad here. And we're back with here with 2:21 to go. RCB up 28. As like I said, it looks like Bria Lathan's checking in, but that was a nice play there on the last possession there to give Moore that basket. So it's good to see for the future of the team. Here comes another three-pointer, and that's going to be made. I believe is that number 3 again?
Yes.
Yeah, Chloe Miller with 3. And they're going to go full court. So this is one of those things where, learn something. Now it ended up being okay, but someone's got to go back and help the and foul on RCB will be. Yep. So.
Yeah, Angeline Glover.
Yeah.
Either way, you won East Hardy to put a little bit of pressure on you here in the last 150.
Yeah.
From a Bird standpoint, you want to get better. Your whole team, your entire roster.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep shooting threes, which means the ball's going to go off the rim hard and opposite, just like we talked about before.
Yeah.
Good patience right here. Don't run away from her.
Yeah. Like I said, that's a couple things we got to work on there. There's another 2 for Brooklyn to now, as they're going to take a timeout there. Let's see how long this one's for.
Taking a full timeout.
So we'll take another break here. And we're back as Robert C. Byrd leads by 23 here with 1:28 to go. As give the Cougars credit, they have really, they've kept at it. They're keep putting the pressure on, and they're definitely not going away. So that's something positive for them to take. And right now, RCB is just trying to get these young players some extra reps here. Once again, though, here's a situation where, they're going to, as there's 2 people. Yeah.
That was better. Kendall will have a little bit of patience. Good drive by Jada.
Yeah.
You got to watch your floor balance right here.
Yeah.
Because all the Bird players, for the most part, were below the free throw line on their offensive end.
Yeah.
You don't want to give up an easy one on the other way.
Yeah. They're going to say, they're saying that's on the floor? Okay. So they're saying that was on the floor, not on the shot, so therefore it won't be free throws for.
Yeah, that's a good-looking shot. Good backspin, the whole bit.
Yeah. 2 for Angelina Glover. She gets herself into the scorebook there. And there's
good looking 3. Quick timeout. Get a sub in.
So this is just a timeout sub. It's
yes.
Number 45, Aubrey Morrison will check in.
Good for Aubrey.
Yep.
Her goal right now should get an offensive rebound, her and Junkins together.
Yeah.
That ball goes up. They are attacking the rim. And they can be a little bit of a pressure relief if they have to. And Brianna can probably decide to take a dribble drive if she'd like.
Yeah, there's
a backcourt violation.
Junkins with the backcourt violation there.
Again, to your point you said a little bit ago, sometimes on loose balls, don't dribble and just pick them up. Get your pivot foot and let everybody come to be a pressure release.
Yeah, especially if you're a big, usually that's not where, you're used to having the ball is, 30, 40 feet away from the basket. No. There's another 3. And
they're shooting it well.
Yeah, as Chloe Miller there. As
I don't think there's a lot of big gate from East Hardy with only 7 players. They didn't bring a ton of people, huh?
Yeah.
53, 30.
It's a long trip from Baker.
Oh, you better believe it is.
Yep.
No easy way to get here.
Those are the country roads they talk about.
There you get those offensive rebound, girls. That was better. That was way to attack the ball in the air.
Yep. As with 15 seconds here to go, and here comes Miller with another 3, and this time as Brooklyn Tennell will get that rebound there for Aubrey Morrison, as that gets her in the book, and that will do it as your Robert C. Byrd Eagles win this one 53-34. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with our final thoughts. You're watching the Robert C. Byrd. And we're back with the final score here of Robert C. Byrd over East Hardy 53-34. So that means tomorrow, Robert C. Byrd at 1:30 will be taking on Wheeling Central Catholic for the championship, while East Hardy will play, I believe, at 11:45 tomorrow against Fairmont Senior in the consolation bracket. Chris, any last thoughts before we sign off here?
East Hardy gets about their average, mid-30s.
Yep.
And then Byrd for tomorrow is going to play a Wheeling Central team that scored, upper 80s, low 90s today, and they beat Magnolia the first game of the year, something like 116-9.
Yep, so this is definitely going to be a big test for RCB tomorrow, but that's what you want here, to test your team and to recognize their medal. Well, for us, I'm Stephen Kennedy.
This is Chris Min.
We're signing off. Have a nice day.